Yeah, you know I got it in my bag, got it in my bag. Blockchain.
Hey man, what's going on, guys? On the Blockchain Podcast, right back at you with an extra special guest and her mom. I got Rainbow and her mom Yadira on the line with me. Hey, how y'all doing, guys?
Good. How about you?
Man, I'm great. It's a blessing, man. Just got off of my tour in UK and London, and back stateside, and glad to be on the line with you guys tonight, man, because Rainbow, like you're only 14 years old, but you're doing it big.
Yeah. By the way, how has London been? What has it been like?
Oh yeah, London it was cold and it was raining, but we made the most of it. It was a beautiful affair. It was at the Queen Elizabeth Center. It was a bunch of great people, good networking, good energy in the building, a lot of panels, a lot of learning, a lot of education, and just good people, creatives, just getting together and doing what we do, and making magic,
Yeah, Queen Elizabeth has died really recently due to very old age. She was in her 90s.
Yeah, she was getting up there, she lived a great life, a long life, and a bunch of accomplishments,
Yeah.
The building they were in, it was called Queen Elizabeth.
Ooh,
so
really?
Yes, that's the event, where the event took place.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And we were actually out there for the changing of the guards as well. So yeah, it was fun. Like it was historic, Yeah.
Had you been there before?
Yeah, I have plenty years ago. I have,
Okay.
So it's my first time, especially post-pandemic and stuff. So it was a great vibe, It was the city was thriving, a lot of people out there. It actually surprised me. Like there's more people like out and about in the streets than like here in LA. So it was,
That's very exciting. Yes,
Yeah.
Rainbow, you were in LA recently, right?
Oh, yes, I was. I actually wasn't in Los Angeles, but I was in Riverside, California. It was a very beautiful community. And my mom and I stayed in the home of this very welcoming family. And the mom of the family, she was in charge of the whole organization.
Of the event, yeah. Patty Monaghan, she is the founder of Gift for Kids, and her goal, one of her goals, is to support the youth in the arts, in music, and also children that are not as privileged as children may be. So she created this event called the Youth Art and Film Expo, and she had NFTs, she had real 2D art, she had panelists.
Nice.
Yes, short films. And the most wonderful thing is that at this event, who did you participate with that was really big?
Teresa Melvin, Valeria, and Brooklyn.
Yes, it was their first ever.
And there were 2 booths that had meaningful messages of conservation.
Yes. So
I love it.
So it was a beautiful experience. And again, like you said, the energy in real life, everyone connected, everyone excited.
And most of the artists were female and all girls. All girls and at young ages.
Correct.
Yes, that's beautiful because, on the Blockchain Podcast, we always salute the queens and the princesses of this world, which you're looking at too right there on the screen. Mother and daughter duo combo in this Web3 world, providing generational wealth for their family and residual income while they're both sleeping here in this Web3 world on the blockchain, that is. It's beautiful. And I want to salute you, Rainbow, because listen, man, at 14 years old, I could see, that you have a bright future, and I want to commend you and tell you stay on this right path, and just listen to your mom, you know what I mean? And like I told you before, just sky's the limit, and I want to salute all the NFT kids and all the great work that you're doing, and actually, whether you do know it or not, you're inspiring me and you're inspiring others.
Thanks.
Thank you, Malik. Yes, the future definitely belongs to them. And one of our messages, as we keep participating in spaces, wonderful people committed with intention Like I was mentioning earlier, Rainbow was the first kid to ever host a space, kid-friendly, safe. It is so important that now that we're taking a pause, Rainbow is thank you. Rainbow is older, and she's deciding. So I'm giving her that space, and I noticed that she was getting tired. But the wonderful thing is that the doors are opening because other people are inviting her to join their spaces. And look, here we are talking to you. And you approached us. Like I told her, just like my beloved daughter, we didn't ask for this. I received an email and I was told I want to interview you, and here we are, so that is the power, the intention, and this is where the real meaning comes from. In order to break the barriers to success, we need organizations, we need the podcast, and we need people like you, to say, yes, you are welcome. Let's hear what you have to say, and let's make sure that your message remains in a place that anyone that's interested can go and listen to what we have to say. And that is just too powerful for real.
Yes, because we all have a voice and we all deserve to have it heard, and here on the Blockchain Podcast, like, this is what we do, we are a catalyst for creatives, and people like yourself that are looking for a better way in life and to use this blockchain technology to implement that into whatever you may be doing, and I love how you guys have implemented that into your life and what you're doing as well, and I want to ask, I want to ask both of you guys, let's start with Rainbow, what made you get into NFTs?
Oh, my mom is always nosy and she wants to expose me to various stuff. So one day she told me about NFTs and I was like, Mom, what are they? Can you please explain to me? And she explained to me the whole thing, and I was very interested and surprised.
Oh, nice. And then so from there, you took a love into it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and explaining to, as you can imagine, a lot of this big tech is something new, first of all, so that's why we are a team right now, because there are many things that Rainbow can do that I cannot do. And there are some things that I can do that Rainbow yet cannot do or is not ready, because it takes all of these details. So yes, and she proclaims that I am a nosy mom.
You are nosy. Sometimes you yourself admit it.
I have to be right, Malik. I have to be nosy,
That's right. That's a good mom. A good mom is a nosy mom.
Yes, and that's how the doors open, and that's how, the channels, the communication, the dialogue, the learning, the making mistakes, and how we learn to correct ourselves. And Rainbow has had the opportunities that you've had to speak in spaces. Have you enjoyed them?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because I was getting exposed more, and I was meeting various types of people who cared about me. And despite some moments that I was getting distracted and wandering off, that was okay, and I kept on paying attention.
Yes,
that's good.
Yeah, addressing, Rainbow. Rainbow, can you introduce yourself?
In case any of you don't know who I am out there, I am Rainbow Mosho. I am a 14-year-old artist, author, self-publisher, entrepreneur, and advocate for a future generation of children and for various types of people.
Thank you.
Yes,
Rainbow. I love that.
What else about you can you share in terms of some of your needs and strengths and challenges?
Well, I have a short-term memory, mini Alzheimer, and OCD, and I'm known to get distracted a lot. I get a little distracted at school, but at home when I do homework, I get very distracted, and it leads to some arguments between my mom and I. And I always try my best, and my mom always tries to help me, and I always try to connect myself back to reality whenever it's needed. And I am a multiracial child who is discovering herself even more and finding herself connected in a very supportive school. That's for all types of people.
Oh man, I love it. That's beautiful, man. Listen, You a
Are you
poet too.
crying?
You a poet too. I'm crying on the inside, but I'm laughing as well, and I'm happy because listen, man, you a poet too as well. And listen, man, you touch my heart, Rainbow. You touch my heart. You know, like listen, NFT kids, man, they are the future, man. Listen here, you know, they're inspiring us, guys. They motivating us, guys. And as you can see, right there on the screen, that's a teamwork. Teamwork is dream work, guys, okay? So it's not about doing it alone. It's about, just like your data said, listen, it's about one hand wash the other. What one is good at, another one might not be good at. And vice versa, guys, okay? So therefore, that's when you get together and you team up, you know, and everybody plays their part, everybody plays their position, and it's just always a beautiful outcome, you know, and that leads to this young girl and her mother being able to live their dreams, so that I would reach out to them, guys. You understand? Because of the great work that they've been doing and putting forth. Because in this community, this Web3 community, we are one. And like I say all the time, it doesn't cost to support. Hello. Okay, guys? So support is free, guys. Don't ever forget that, okay? So it's like it doesn't cost anything to support. Remember that. And when you got such a magical energy going on in this space where creatives are really able to build and really create, you know, from the bottom up without the middleman, it's just a beautiful thing, you know. And I love how you guys are providing, you know, generational wealth right now as we speak, you know what I mean, for your family, you know. And Rainbow, even though you might not know it, but keep continuing this path, because you're setting up your kids and your grandkids right now at this ripe young age of 14. So don't stop. Sky's the limit. We on the Blockchain Podcast. We here always to support you and anything you got going on. And so I just wanted to ask you, so is that like where you draw your inspiration from, like Rainbow, like, you know, from the things that you've went through?
Your inspiration, where does it come from?
It comes from traumatic experiences and heartbreak.
Right.
And so I wasn't able to communicate as much back then, so I decided to make art. And I get my artistic skills from my dad.
Nice. Okay.
My mom,
so you used to draw?
Yeah, I draw, paint, and sketch, and also do digital art. My mom is more of an observer, and she's more of a people person.
Yes, and I do languages. Nice. You know, I'm nosy, like she says. So I'm gonna be changing my resume. That's gonna be the first line. You know, just like whenever you need a noisy person, just reach out to me.
It. You know who to call. You know who to call.
Thank you. And the wonderful thing, Malik, is like my nosiness is producing results, okay? Rainbow, how many books have you published?
5 books in less than 2 years.
So, bam, number 1.
This is my 5th book. It's about female empowerment and diversity.
Yes,
Real Girls Rule.
Yes. That's right, Real Girls
And
Rule,
on the back of it, it says, this book is so colorful and filled with excitement. Rainbow Mosho keeps you curious, inspired, and jumping with joy. The stories offer learning, intrigue, surprises, and amazing moments of self-discovery. I agree. Real Girls Rule. This is a book to be read by all.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. I love it.
Yes,
I love it, man. You're motivating me right now. You're motivating me right now. It's beautiful, man.
And there were also some important, and during the making of the book, some of the stories I made were a little too intense for younger ages. So in order to keep it child friendly, I had to make 2 different symbols, a flower and 3 swords. The flower includes that it can be read by younger ages, but the swords mean that they have to be read with a parent and older ages.
Nice. Y'all hear that, guys? Man, Rainbow she's so far ahead of her time, guys, that she's writing books, right, guys, that can be read by her peers, you know, children her age. but then also children that are older than her and young adults, you know, because she's so forward thinking. And as we tell you all the time on this podcast, this is what this platform is about. The creatives, no matter how old, no matter how young, okay, no matter creed, color, preference, it doesn't matter. Okay, like the playing field has been leveled, guys. Okay, and now we, the people, we have the leverage. Okay, and it starts with the kids. Okay, you know, and you know, things that necessarily myself or your daughter wasn't grown up with the knowledge and the access of right now. We have to make sure that the kids, that it's implemented in the kids early, at an early age. You know, so at a ripe young age of 14. Man, Rainbow, man, she's doing a lot more than you adults, man. Like, come on, we got to step it up, guys. Like, you know, she's leading the pace. You know, she's a pioneer, and you know, most importantly, like, you know, she's showing young girls, no matter where you at, that you could do it too. So any young girls anywhere across the world, because y'all know we global. Our Web3 community doesn't stop within the States, man. It's global, you know. And so, like, you know, you right now, like Rainbow, like you're talking to girls all over the world, like in any different country, you know. And you making you know, you're giving them some inspiration and motivating them to let them know that whatever they want to do, like they could do it, you know. And I
they
love
can
that.
be engineers, astronauts, warriors, and so many things. And I'm planning to make 2 more stories of road girls with various different countries, cultures, and people. And and we did a donation for Troglodyte, who is working with this company, and we're working with children in Sierra Leone. Yes. Sierra Leone is going through rough times of girls being kidnapped and raped and being pregnant at young ages. Yes. So I made a story inspired by the rough times in Sierra Leone. And it's very dramatic and the story is very dramatic and emotional as HE double hockey sticks.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. Man, this is incredible. Do y'all hear this, guys? Come on, man. The kids are giving back, man. She's touching people, impacting people, which we always talk about all the way back in Africa, all the way back in Sierra Leone. This is beautiful. This is what's called utilities, guys. And kids, like, come on. This is what it's about. NFT space is not just about what we're gaining. It's about the give back, okay, guys? It's always about the give back and who you're out there helping, impacting, or just putting a smile on whoever's face for that day. Because we don't just think about ourselves in this space. It's about others, and we do care about others, you know. And I love that. I love that you're impacting people all over the world. And man, I can't wait to see what's to come with you, man. It's like tell the people something about like your artwork and NFT you have going on.
I know, and I just remembered I need to make a special piece of digital art of my story of Sierra Leone. My mom says I should include other people but in the drawing, but I want to make it my own because my art is my decision, right, Mom?
I couldn't agree more. I'm learning that as time continues. Yes, and as you know, she is her voice, her words, as you see, just like this last book.
Kids have been pushed around too far enough, and it's time for us kids to take the stand and beat the adults' butts up.
Yes, and she's
right. That's right, Rainbow. We with you.
This latest book, the last 2 books that she wrote, Road Girls Rule and Adventures at the Zoo, she wrote every word, Malik, okay? And she made every single illustration. In these last 2 books, she has learning experiences, so teachers, caregivers, and educators can sit down with kids and do activities. She created opportunities for other artists to have their art included in her books as well.
Yes, so it was like an art challenge.
Yes. So we are not only here making sure that Rainbow builds, but we're opening the doors, you know, because what are some of your dreams with your books?
I want them to go all across the world and be read by many. And I want my Road Girls to become a Disney Plus or Netflix original series with so many people from every country, whether it's indigenous Australian, Middle Eastern, Polynesian, all types of people included. Because back in the old days, people didn't care about other people in color, and they were racist. And racism and slavery still exists in many heartbreaking and threatening ways, but we gotta take the rise. Like how us humans have made mistakes with the planet Earth and how we're trying to fix up our mistakes. And yeah, we gotta start thinking how to do the right and protect each other and make it a better place, because imagine what the future generations gonna be like in a world that's all messed up and dying. We need to make it a safer place.
So that's why Rainbow needs to keep writing her books.
And incoming canvas.
Boom, boom, boom. There it goes. There it goes. Come on, what y'all know about that, man?
This is a sketch that I'm planning to paint.
Oh,
wonder what it
exclusive,
is?
Guys. Sneak peek on the blockchain exclusive, guys. Come on.
You want to know what this is?
What is it, Rainbow?
It's a taniwha from Maori culture in New Zealand. The word taniwha is spelled Taniwha. It might sound, with the W and the H, it might sound like it's pronounced wa, but in Maori dictionary, it's pronounced fa.
Fa.
So what is the meaning of your art?
Rainbow. Teach them something, man.
Lately, I've been deeply inspired and obsessed with Maori culture and mythology, so I'm planning to make a special piece of art of a taniwha in my own style. And here's my opinion. My opinion is that the reason why I love Maori culture so much is that I might have had an unknown ancestor who was Maori, or might have had a past life experience as someone who was Maori.
You never know, maybe.
Nice. Maybe. Okay. That's deep. I love it, man. Like, you are a blessing, man, and you're making me proud, man. The future is bright, man, and listen, I want you, you gotta be, man, Rainbow, I'm truly inspired right now, like, because you just taught me something, and that's what it's about, man, because you're never too old to learn, you're never too young to not learn. So listen, at the end of the day, guys, listen, man, the kids are the future, man. Do you hear how much detail and little aspect, every aspect is being thought of by Rainbow at 14 years old, guys, okay? And she's up here and she's all about diversity, which is what we're about in this digital age, okay? Like Rainbow just said, in the traditional world, diversity was looked down on, and it's about divide and conquer, but not anymore, guys. The digital age, Web3 community, we're all about love, we're all about support, like I said before, and we're all about being inclusive of everybody, and no matter where you're from and who you are, it doesn't matter. Like, we are inclusive of everyone and every perspective, okay, and we look to just shine the light on everybody, because we all have something to say, and we all have a voice, so let our voices be heard, and let the creatives just let us build together, because the future is about to breed like a different art form that's coming so soon. You got like Rainbow, man. I want to ask you, Rainbow, actually, because I like that, you're keeping a balance, right? Your motto is, your motto is, in real life events and the blockchain keep you busy, so I like that you're hitting in real life events, because that is key, guys. We don't want to just preach digital, because you do have to get out and interact with people in real life, even if it's remotely, like how we're doing right now, guys, because we are still human. We are still humans, and we need that human interaction.
We are not labels. We are equal to each other.
That's right. Let them know, Rainbow.
You wanted to say something?
Oh, yeah. By the way, every time I make a story, Mom has to make sure I didn't copy it from somewhere. One of my Road Girl stories in my fifth book, Mom thought it was based off on the movie Disney's Moana. And I said, Mom, I swear to God, I did not make a story inspired by Moana. There's no saving the world deal. It's just returning something sacred into some place hidden so it could be safe.
Well, as you know, Malik, in this process as a parent, my daughter surprises me every day. Okay.
And she's like,
Oh man, she's surprising me, man. She's
now.
surprising me.
So I'm surprised and I am very proud because Rainbow stopped speaking when she was 2.5 and autism became a part of her life. And we've gone through a major drastic change and improvement and a lot of hard work and sacrifice, a lot of non-sleeping hours. And here we are. My daughter can now do so many things that 10, 11 years ago, I didn't know that was going to be a reality.
Yeah.
So with her stories, part of the learning process, as I explained to her, it is very important that you keep your mind clear, that because she's very curious, she's researching so many things at the same time. Your stories, you cannot copy anything from nothing or no one. So you gotta keep your heart. So I had to explain to her what plagiarism is all about. You know,
plagiarism. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But I swear to God, there's no plagiarism in the story.
Thank you. We really appreciate that, and they are incredible. Yes, you know, and the level of maturity. When she began writing these stories last December, January, Malik, and the last story she wrote, like May, June, July, we were blown away. And
I'm sure.
And this is the first book. It's the result of a transition, you know. And when she told me, why the name Rogue Girls?
Because once you showed me the magazine cover of Lupita Nyong'o and Rihanna, I said, I like the picture, but I don't like them fully because I don't know their story and how I should relate to them. So I decided to make Rogue Girls Rule and the magazine cover known as Rogue.
Right. Right. So it is all exposure, you know, letting her discover. But what impressed me a lot is like she saw the magazine Vogue, okay? And I said, oh, look at this. And I asked her, what do you think about it? She goes, okay, the clothes are interesting. And she did say, oh, by the way, I love Lupita Nyong'o's cover and her clothes. I love Rihanna, what she does, you know, but she said, Mom, I cannot relate to the rest of the photos and the clothing because I don't know their story. So this is where the idea comes from. Mm-hmm. And you decided to write girls that do what?
That do intense things, fighting for justice, going against all the bad and showing who they truly are and saving the world one step at a time.
Yeah, and breaking rules many times. And, you know,
I'm known to be a rule breaker.
Yes, Malik, she is.
Oh, that's it. That's it. Well, right here on this podcast, we are Disruptive Media, and that's what it is too, man. We're here to break the rules. You're not here to fit into any kind of standard or norm at all. This is the biggest risk. We're here to shake it up.
The biggest risk is not taking any risk at all.
Yeah. That's it. You said it best, man. You got to be a risk taker and you got to be willing to go and get it. You know, if you're a boss and, you know, listen, it's not easy being an entrepreneur and going about it your own way. But when you're passionate about something and, you know, you have a dream towards something and you're working on a goal, and you're steadily taking steps towards that goal, towards that dream, you know, then it's not work. It's not a mission. Or should I say it's not work, but it is a mission. You know, it's your mission, you know, a mission that will make sure that you're on top, you know, and not nobody on top of you. You're owning your own IP, intellectual property, you know, just like Mom said, you know, no plagiarism, no copyright infringement. Because we own our content. We own our like NFT way. We own our masters. We own our IP. And this is what it's about. And it's about teaching this to the kids so that now the kids are teaching it back to us guys. This is what's going on. It's a 360. And that's what's up. It's a beautiful, bright future. And, you know, I want to touch on that because, you know, I didn't want to start off there. But yes, guys, for those of y'all that it might have just went over your head a few minutes ago, like, yes, like Rainbow does have autism, okay? And could you tell? Okay, you couldn't even tell, man. You know why? Because she didn't let it stop her from her dreams or from her goals at a ripe young age. And just like they just said, man, 11 years ago, she, you know, they didn't even think that she might be able to even have this interview and have this conversation with me and do the things that she's doing. But against all odds is what we do. When somebody else says it's mission impossible, man, we going towards it. We going for it, man. And Rainbow at 14 years old, man, she is the truth, man. You know what I mean? And she is definition that you too could do whatever you want to do in this lifetime. You know, just put your mind to it and don't let anybody tell you no. You know, you gotta be stubborn sometimes and just, you know, set your own path, set your own lane, you know. And then once you do that and you're doing the right thing and you're doing good by people, people will start to see, you know, and then they'll come around, you know. And that's what's called making non-believers believers, people, okay? And this is what's going on every day in this community, every day in this industry, every day on the blockchain. We're making non-believers believers, okay? And listen, before we get out of here, like, what's some advice that you would give to? You could give advice to anybody right now, not even to the children, but to anyone that's trying to do something in life. Give the people some life advice, Rainbow.
If there's ever a moment that you're trying to fly and you will fall to the ground, do not stop flying. The harder you fall, the higher you are gonna fly to achieve what you want to achieve in life. And you shouldn't let curiosity hide, because it's okay to be curious and take risk. And you should let others know that we shouldn't even be separated and come as one, as make this world a more beautiful, healthier, and resourceful place for many, 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 many generations to come.
That's it.
And those generations must keep that promise to keep the world alive and healthy.
That's it. That's it. And, you know, and it starts with us, man, the people, because we are the people and we're for the people. And, man, I couldn't have said it better myself, Rainbow. And, man, listen, so we're about learning, education, and opportunities, okay? And in this space and on the Blockchain Podcast, number one rule is utility and to give back. And we're always giving back. We're giving back to the kids. And now the kids are giving back, the NFT kids, man. And shout out to NFT kids, too, as well. And listen, man, let's make sure that all those other traditional boundaries that we have already broken down, that we continue to keep breaking down boundaries, which means like diversity is a must. Inclusion of everyone is a must, okay? Because we have to make sure that as a minority child with autism, that Rainbow is included in whatever is going on out here, guys, okay? And we here to support that, and it should never be anything going on that or any situation, event, or company, you know, that would not want to work with this beautiful young lady, you know what I mean, as she prospers in life into the boss that she is, man. Okay, so Rainbow, tell them your social media and your website or whatever is your best preference you have.
You can find my art on Redbubble, and there's a website of my own, that's rainbowmosho.com. You can find my books on Amazon and
worldwide.
Oh, Amazon worldwide too. And you can find me on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And
at Rainbow Mosho.
At Rainbow Mosho. That's how you can find me.
Yes, and also your NFTs. Have you learned where your NFTs are?
On OpenSea.
Correct. She has 3 collections: Rainbow Mosho Publishing, and Roll Girls. And she
did they just say 3? Hold on, they
3,
just said 3, guys. Come on, y'all guys.
Tres, número 3.
Come on, uno, tres, guys. Come on, I'm gonna say it 3 times. Uno, tres. What's wrong with y'all? Man, on the Blockchain Podcast, man, my girl Rainbow got 3 collections out, man. Y'all gotta step y'all game up, man. Come on, the kids surpassing y'all right now. Listen, but it's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? We are the future. This is the future right here in the present, man. And tapping with Rainbow, tapping with her moms as they lead their family to generational wealth and just nothing but success to come. On the Blockchain Podcast, we're gonna be right back at you soon. Bye. Make sure y'all tap and subscribe. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.